But the question is, for most of refugees who are now in Germany, they felt as if they are jumped from this frying pan into the fire. Because here in Germany, violation of human rights done by law. We have here laws in Germany and regulation written clearly that refugees has no right to move from Hanover to Munich, has no right to have a job, has no right to have health coverage. This is written in the law. So it is so interesting question. Is it from frying pan into the fire, or from the fire to the frying pan? It is, yeah. And it is so clear, Germany as a state, according to this law, on other factors, they are acting against who are coming from outside in different ways. It is so clear picture, at least for me, after 4 years here in Germany. And they call it Bundesamt for Migration and Flüchtlinge, but unfortunately, the behavior of Bundesamt is a behavior of Bundesamt gegen Flüchtlinge and migration. Anyway, how the German state doing its job against refugees? It is a very interesting question, because it is a system of how to push refugees out from this country. If it couldn't be in a physical term, they can do it mentally. I know a lot of people here living in Germany for 30 years, but are still isolated from the society, although they are holding German passport. How these people doing this? Number one, they have very well structured law, and they are using it against those weak people who are coming for mission. That's the Bundesamt doing. After you submit your application for what you call it, asylum, they make gaps and contradiction in your case in order to destroy it legally. And they have this law of restriction of movement, this law of what. Anyway, this one tool used by the state. And also they have another level of legal organization to push people out of Europe or from the country, what's so-called Dublin regulation, for example. Dublin regulation, for example, at European level, which says refugee has no right to choose to which country he want to submit his application. Or, for example, if you pass through Italy, so Germany easily can push you back from Germany to Italy. What's so-called United Nations High Commission Refugee also is a part of the game, by the way. Because every time United Nations High Commission Refugee has an agreement with the German state that saying in this agreement, according to the law, international law, the protection of refugee is a responsibility of German state. But actually, as I know, internationally, to protect refugees is the international mission. It is the mission and the job of the United Nations High Commission Refugee. But anyway, they sit together and make this agreement between European countries as individuals or as a group of countries. And in this agreement, they wrote the protection of refugees is the responsibility of the state, which is totally illegal, but because they paying money and they have the power or whatever, and United Nations is just the club which brings them together. But anyway, this is part of the game. This timing game is so interesting because for Germany to say yes, you can stay, or no, you have no right to stay, they spent 3 years, for example, or 5 years. They just receive the application and they ignore to give you answer, and the people used to do it and they felt it's okay. You ask the guy, how long are you here in Germany? He said, okay, 5 years. And no answer, he said no answer. It is normal to hear it in Germany. What a result of this? This timing is a killing. This timing is isolating, you know. Also, this language game, German government see itself it is not responsible about to translate to Arabic or translate to Francois. The government is not responsible. So they communicate with the refugee in a language he or she doesn't know. And also it is kind of isolation. You will be isolated, the lawyer and the Bundesamt officer and your friend. And all people talk about you. And they talk about your destiny. In a language you don't know. You totally isolated to know what is going on about your destiny. Also, this kind of physical isolation, most of refugees, Wohnheime, are in the distant area or in the exile of the city, far away. And they saying we want to protect the refugees, but actually they want to isolate refugees. But anyway, all this kind of doing against a weak man or woman need the protection is very interesting question why they are doing this. They are doing this because psychologically and mentally you will come to this point to ask yourself this question or ask around you this question why. The answer is they want you to choose one of three. Either
alors vous avez le choix entre trois réponses.
You are not welcome here is so clear message you receive.
Vous n'êtes pas les bienvenus.
And then you have to choose to go back. And I know some refugees, they had choose to go back.
Et c'est pour ça que certains réfugiés ont décidé de retourner.
Or to live in isolation, far away from the society, far away from your dreams, far away from your whatever. You will be isolated in a corner in the society. This also one option they give you.
Et la troisième réponse.
And in this, the state has double win. Number one, they push you to criminality and isolate you in this criminality. Number two, they use this records of which saying that most of the Ausländer or whatever they are doing offensive, and that's why you have to be convinced the Ausländer are not good. So the system push you to this place and then use it again for the propaganda to confirm that refugees and Ausländer are criminals, which is so shada.